I'd like to share a chord exercise in this video, something that I find to be pretty effective for a lot of my students when they're having trouble transitioning from one chord to the next. So what we do is a combination of 4 different chord shapes, and what ends up happening is it helps you work on anchor fingers as well as positioning your hand into, I think for most people, fairly awkward shapes. And the only one that's not a big deal if you have your fingers on the tips is going to be the first one. But after that point, if your fingers are not on the tips properly, you're going to start hearing clunky notes and not everything is going to be ringing out. And I'm wearing a riff band. This way you can see if you want to create a bit more resistance or make the exercise more challenging, definitely recommend getting some riff bands. They come in packs of 3. So anytime you're working on something that forces you to stretch your hand or your fingers, a riff band will definitely add some more challenge to what you're trying to do, which will allow you to transition chords faster. So here's the exercise. Starting on the E string, and you can follow the tab on screen. So we just got 5, 6, 7, 8 that you're going to hold down. You're going to pick one note at a time and make your way back. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to switch your second and third fingers around. And then you switch your first and fourth fingers around. And try, when you do this, when you go to switch your second and third around, try your best to keep your first and fourth finger down. Try not to move them. That'll help build finger independence as well. So you got those flipped, and now we flip the first and fourth finger. So when you do that, try and keep your second and third finger down. And then we flip the second and third around again. And as you move those, keep the first and fourth down. And then we go into a repeat. So when you go to repeat, keep your second and third fingers down as you flip your first and fourth. Once you get used to doing it there, it's a good idea to start it on the A string. And then you can also start it on the D string as well. And you're certainly welcome to move it down further and like start it on the first fret. I think it's more challenging that way because of the larger frets. It requires you to stretch your hand further. That's why I recommend starting on the 5th fret, because it's not too great of a stretch, but it's not really cramped either. So that's why I have the exercise starting on fret 5. If you have any questions about this exercise or anything about music, please send me an email. I'm happy to help, and thank you very much for watching.